Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Hallahan High School's Just a Girl from Hallahan. And today I have a very special guest with me, and you are?
Rita, Eichhorn, Kalela.
What year did you graduate, Rita?
Oh, would you want to believe it?
Well, everybody wants to hear.
1940.
God bless you.
Would you believe that?
God bless you.
I'm 99, kiddo.
Well, I'm hearing you're pretty famous in them halls of Hallahan. I've seen a lot of pictures. When people found out I was interviewing you, they started throwing all kind of pictures of you up.
Really? No kidding.
So I said, what's the sense of interviewing her? She's going, everyone already knows.
Did my hair look all right?
You look beautiful as you do now.
When you get old, that's all you got to worry about. You're lucky you got hair.
I know. Tell me.
Look at you. What happened to you?
It's called a North Catholic haircut. Us North Catholic guys like to keep it high and tight.
Yeah, I knew those North Catholic boys. Oh, man, were they sharp. Charlie Gruber and Johnny Schmidt.
Oh, were they your prom dates?
Yeah, they lived in my neighborhood. Yeah.
What neighborhood you grew up in?
Oh, God forbid. Kensington.
Well, Kensington back then was a hard-working, blue-collar neighborhood.
Oh, it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Don't even mention it today. Nah. It's a shame. It was all good German people, mostly German, some Polish people, a couple Italians, we didn't even look at them.
So what parish did you come from?
St. Boniface.
Oh, wow.
You ever hear of it?
I have. And from what I'm understanding is back in your guys' day, you didn't have a choice. I guess that's where your grade school sent you?
Absolutely. I lived right around the corner. It was at Hancock and Diamond. And I lived on 2nd and Diamond.
Oh, wow. And I heard you used to walk to school.
Every day. Didn't have any money to get on the bus. No money. What are you going to do, kiddo? Hey, you know what? Maybe that's why I'm 99.
Yep.
Who knows?
Hey, who knows? The answer to maybe the fountain of youth or on them rainy days walking to school or,
Yeah, we walked in the snow and everything. Never got on a trolley car. It was number 57 down 2nd Street. And it went down to Girard Avenue. But I walked all the way over Diamond Street to Broad, down Broad to Wood, and over to 19th to go to Hallahan.
Wow.
Yeah, they were the
How many pair of saddle shoes did you go through?
I was lucky I had a pair of shoes, kiddo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was Hallahan like in your era? What was the vibe?
Oh my God. It's kind of quiet. We weren't allowed to do much. All our nuns that were so strict. And we were never allowed to look at a boy. Never. Weren't allowed to look at boys. Yeah, sister would go. Was that a boy you were looking at? Oh my glory. Well, father, sister, I know him. Can I even say hello? No, you cannot. They were the days, though, kiddo.
How about your guys, your proms or dances? How did they go?
I never went to a prom because we couldn't afford anything. My family, no.
Well, maybe somebody should take you to the prom now.
Hey, you gonna buy me a dress?
Tell them about how you graduated, how you couldn't afford the tuition.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, it was a shame how we had to pay. My girlfriend lived down the street from me, and well, compared to me, I would say she was wealthy, but she was very sweet. Her family and our family were very good friends. And the only reason that I graduated in my senior year was because of her parents. They paid my way to graduate from Hallahan, although I did go to 4 years, But it was rough, kiddo.
What was her name?
Betty Hottinger. She's in my yearbook. She's a sweet person. Oh my God.
So
I
see. I know you got your yearbook on standby. Could you show it to everybody? Maybe pull it back. We can get a good look at it.
Yeah.
No, show them the cover.
Oh, the cover, Silver Sands. Yeah, Silver Sands.
Pull it back towards you some.
Yeah, all the way back.
Oh, all the way.
There you go. Wow.
Yeah.
Talk
Isn't that
about
pretty?
nostalgia.
Mhm.
Ain't that pretty?
And that's your actual yearbook?
Yep.
She's in
Well,
it.
no, this isn't mine.
Well, yeah, you got the yearbook.
Yeah.
The office gave it to her, so she would have a copy of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you have any other memorabilia from your era that you have to show?
Yeah, right here, kiddo.
No, you don't have anything from when you went to school.
There you go.
No.
You know this guy?
Yeah, I used to visit them all the time. Then my wife forgot where Disney was.
Want me to sing the school song? Mickeymose. It's a name that defeat is never connected with. Hallahan, that's me.
Very good. That's good. I like that. So, Miss Rita, what would you say was your favorite teacher when you were in school, if you remember?
Oh, the art teacher. Oh, Sister Rita. Oh my God, she was a doll.
What was her name?
She was real tall. Sister Paul Marie. Sister Paul Marie. She was real tall. She was a St. Joe nun. You know, we had all different variations of the nuns, you know, but she was a great artist. She was wonderful. Mhm. She was my favorite. I had a couple in grammar school. I had a couple of favorite ones. I can still name every nun I had from the first grade to the 12th.
Wow.
Don't ask me.
Hey, you know, it was either you were good or you were really bad.
Hey. Whatever you want to take from that.
That's her in the middle, top middle,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
right there.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah.
So how many girls from your class are still living today? Do you know?
I have no idea. Somebody said, and I heard, I'm not whether this is true or not, but somebody said I was the last one from 1940.
Oh,
I
wow.
heard, I don't know where I heard it, but I heard it. I says, oh, well, you know, after all, I am 99.
Yeah.
I mean, how long do you really live in this world? I'm lucky to be 99. So I really don't know. All my friends, they're all gone. They all went to Hallahan. Everyone is gone. Everyone.
Wow.
Can't talk to anybody.
So during your 4 years at Hallahan, what was your highlight year?
Oh, it was probably my freshman. Yeah, just going to a whole new school and getting a different kind of uniform and worried about the way we looked. And let me tell you something, kiddo. My mother, she was a dressmaker. And when we went to Hallahan, we had a little bouquet here, a little bow. And my mother used to make them. And the freshman class was a different color from the junior class. And the junior class was different from the senior class. Yeah. And my mother used to make them. We used to put, yeah, we were allowed to put them on our blouse.
And what was it?
A little like a yeah, a little bow. Yeah, made out of cloth. And each year had a different color. I liked it. Yeah, I liked my sophomore year. That was yellow and brown.
Yellow and brown.
Yellow and brown. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So during your time at Hallahan, did you participate in any sports or any activities?
Basketball. Come on, kiddo.
You're a
And
basketball?
Yeah, you know, I was a guard. Did you ever hear that name, guard?
Yeah.
Yeah. We weren't allowed to shoot the baskets though. All we did was guard. Mm-hmm.
One of the ladies I interviewed said during her time, I don't know if that was that position, but you weren't allowed to pass half court.
That's right, kiddo. That's right, kiddo. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
All I did as a guard was guard. That's all. You can't get past me, kiddo. I'll knock you over.
So how do you feel that as of today, Hallahan prepared you?
Oh my God, for my life now? Oh my God. In every way of my life, believe me. I never met a girl that I went to high school with that didn't turn out good. A good person. You know what I mean by being good.
Teaching a good value.
Yeah, good values. Absolutely. We knew what it was to be good. I wasn't only taught that at home by my parents, but in school, Hallahan. Oh, those nuns, they were strict, but they had to be.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what kind of work, when you graduated from Hallahan, what work field did you get into?
Oh, come on. Yeah.
Well,
I worked at the Frankfurt Arsenal. Did
Okay.
you ever, did you ever hear of that?
mhm.
That's where my kids now, the Franklin Town Charter High School's in there. That's where my kids go to school.
No kidding.
Yep.
Yeah, I was a Rosie the Riveter too, Rosie the Riveter. Did you
So,
ever?
well, that's where they, during the war, that's where they were making weapons. They were making,
That's what I did.
so what were you actually making there?
Little pins into the bombs that went into the airplanes that they dropped.
Wow.
Little pins. Building 64. Small arms, ammunition. Small, little, tiny pins. Mhm.
That's,
Oh,
that's
I
amazing.
loved it. I loved it. I loved it.
So let me ask you this question. Back then, doing that, how much did you make an hour?
Oh my God. I worked a full week and I remember bringing home a pay $35.
Wow. Now, was that
Full
good
week.
back then?
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Everybody wanted to go to work at the Arsenal because they paid good. It was a government job,
Yeah.
Before that, I worked at Sears and Roebuck. I was what they call the girl that picked up the orders that came up.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to be that. I only worked there 3 months. I didn't like that. And then I worked at Holy Redeemer Hospital.
That was way after.
Yeah, that was way after. That was way after. Yeah, my younger days. Yeah, well, my good days were at the Arsenal. Yeah, Frankfurt Arsenal. I remember every day that I was there. And guess what? All the girls that I knew there and the fellas too. Not too many fellas because they were off to war. Every day at 3 o'clock, my boyfriend, who became my husband, used to be outside beeping the horn, beep, 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 beep. And everybody would say, "There's your boyfriend, Rita. Rita, Joey's out there."
So when you got married, what high school did your husband go to?
Well, he went to Northeast, not North Catholic, Northeast.
Northeast Public.
Yeah, he was from St. Edward's Parish.
Oh, as a matter, well, the lady I interviewed, Eileen Erickson, at 5 o'clock today, and she said she was from St. Edward's Parish.
You're kidding. Oh
You know?
my glory. Eighth and Lehigh.
Yep.
Oh,
And she graduated Hallahan in 1961.
oh my God. Hey. Uh-huh.
21 years younger.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: what are some of your fondest memories that you can share with us during your time at Hallahan? I mean, no matter what it is, what can you share with us?
Well, first of all, that I had to walk to school. I told you all about that.
Yeah.
And then I started to play basketball in my sophomore year. I wasn't on the main team. I was on the second team. And I remember Miss McPeak. She was our athletic director. She was rough. She didn't stand for any nonsense. Get in there and get that ball. Uh-huh. She was a tough broad. And then I had a sister that went to Hallahan too. She graduated in 38 and she joined the Glee Club. And she used to say to me, "Rita, why did you join the Glee Club?" I said, "I would if I could sing." And by the way, Ann, that was her name. You can't sing.
Let me ask you this question: do you know? Because I heard you're pretty smart. Do you know? Can you recite the school alma mater?
No,
No.
no.
There's only a couple girls that were able to do it, and they did the best they could.
Oh, no, I can't do that. No.
What was that?
Hmm.
What's the one you always sing? H-A double.
Oh, the HALLA, HANUC. It's a name that defeat was never connected with. Hallahan, that's me.
That's
And
awesome.
MICKEYMOUSE, Mickey Mouse.
Well, Mickey Mouse back then looked totally different, I guess, right? He didn't
Yeah, a
look like he did
little
today.
different. Yeah, a little different, little bigger. Uh-huh.
So
They were great days for me, though. I loved every day. And
I
Never
know
forget it.
you mentioned that schools back then were pretty strict, but did you ever get caught doing something and getting detention? You should have said, and then you're like, "Oh man, I should have never did that."
Yeah, talking to a boy.
Well, they didn't have boys at Hallahan.
No,
He's
not
talking
what-
about at school.
Oh, I thought you meant at grammar school.
No, Hallahan. He's
Oh,
talking
at
yeah.
Hallahan. Yeah. No, I was a good kid. I never got caught. I
Never got caught. That doesn't make you good. That makes you conniving.
Oh, I was a conniver, all right, kiddo.
So,
We used to like the boys from Roman. Now, wait a minute, kiddo. We didn't like the guys from St. Joe's. You know why? They had money. But
yeah.
the boys that went to Roman, they were just like us, you know. We used to
Bart-
chase. Yeah.
Blue collared.
Uh-huh.
So, all the years, and I'm sure probably your time, everybody had their regimen, and all the I guess girls would meet up on the corners, isn't that? When you went to school in the morning time, did you meet up with other girlfriends? Like, what was your regimen every morning or after school?
Well, I would walk with one of my neighbors. We used to walk to Hallahan, you know, from 2nd and Diamond to 19th and Wood. Can you imagine how far that is?
Yeah.
But we didn't. And when we got to Broad Street, we used to stop in the Most Blessed Sacrament Church and just say a little prayer, you know,
Yeah.
and rest a little because we were tired. We had a couple more blocks to go to 19th and Wood. Go Hallahan, go Hallahan.
Did you make any stops after school? Like, where did you go? Like, after
No,
school, did you go
no,
right
we
home?
straight. I had to go home and snap the beans, string beans
Uh,
for my mother, and peel the potatoes. 3:30.
what kind of work did your parents do?
Oh, my mother was a dressmaker. Oh, and my father, guess what he was? A barber.
Oh, wow.
And guess where his shop was?
I can only
Third-
imagine.
1307 Market Street.
Oh, wow.
He was on the 2nd floor, and the 1st floor was a Werner hat shop for men, and he was on the 2nd floor.
What was the name of the pool hall where he was in the back of?
Allinger's Pool Hall. Did you ever hear of that?
No.
Allinger's. You know Fats Domino. You've heard of Fats Domino.
Yeah.
My father used to cut his hair.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
You believe that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And who's the other guy? Masconi? Like, who was the other pool player?
Yeah,
Famous pool player.
Masconi, was that his name? Yeah.
I forget
Well,
who
my
it was.
father, you know where the fellas that my father's hair cut, they lived at the Union League.
Well,
Did you
they-
ever hear of the Union League?
I have. I don't know too much about it, though.
Oh, you don't want to know, kid. That's where all the rich men lived. And they used to come to
Well,
my
they didn't
father.
live there.
Yeah, and they used to come to my father's barber shop, and he'd give them a shave and a haircut, 2 bits.
So I'm sure, like, I mean, you spent a lot of years at Hallahan. I've seen plenty of pictures people have posted of you at
Mhm.
Hallahan. And
Oh.
unfortunately, I mean, like North Catholic, we were given some time. They dropped a bombshell on you guys and just shut it down within months. You know, I'm sure you put a lot of heart and soul and stuff into Hallahan. What goes through your mind and your heart when you find out that was it, Hallahan's done?
Oh God, I died. Oh, didn't I, Lisa?
Mhm.
Oh my God. I couldn't believe it. I mean, you don't think of those things. You don't think that's ever going to happen, but it is true. It's positive. And I had all the girls were calling me. The president of Hallahan, a couple of girls that worked in the office. I was communicating back and forth to them just recently.
Well, you went on a tour like 2
Yeah.
years ago. We went down to
Oh.
Hallahan.
Yeah, my daughter brought me down to Hallahan. That was the first time I had been there since I graduated
Wow.
in 1940. This is 2-3 years ago, right, Lisa?
Yeah.
And
Shot some baskets.
yeah, and we ran into Father, what the heck was his name? He was from our church, St. Boniface. Brinkman, Father Brinkman. His niece, Marie, went to school with me to St. Boniface. I think she went to commercial though. She didn't go to Hallahan. But I remember those little things, not too much, you know.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's tough. It's tough. I know every year I used to do the football game against Frankfurt and
Oh, Frankfurt and North, they played
Yep.
every Thanksgiving.
And now Thanksgiving, it's like, it's not even a holiday no more.
No, no. I knew a lot of guys that went to North Catholic.
Yeah,
Charlie Gruber. Did you ever hear his name?
nah.
Well, he would have graduated in 40 when I graduated.
Oh, wow.
He didn't go to hell.
Was North Catholic around then?
1926.
They are. Well, we were in 1911. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So when you went to visit Hallahan, when your daughter had brought you back there,
Mhm.
has the school changed any since the time you went
No.
there? Is it-
Not a bit. Not a bit.
The corridors, the hallways.
Yeah,
everything
I
was the
knew
same.
where I was. I knew where I was, especially the gym. I started to shoot baskets, didn't I, Lisa?
Mhm, mhm,
And you know what? I made it
mhm.
after the third shot, not the first or second, but that third one went right in there.
Well, you always need some warm-up shots, right?
I shoot basketball with my grandson right here.
Wow.
Hey, listen, kid, we were in the driveway a couple of years ago. I'm 99 now. I was about 95, I guess it was. And Dominic, my grandson, he says, "Come on, Grandma, want to shoot a couple of?" I said, "Yeah, give me that ball." So I shot 6 shots in a row. Didn't I, Lisa?
Mhm,
She can prove it.
mhm.
She can prove it.
That's awesome.
You got to
Well,
have proof. Mhm.
Is there anything else that you wanted to mention to, the girls that graduated this year and all the girls who aren't going to be able to graduate from Hallahan? Do you have any kind of special message you'd like to send to those girls?
Oh, golly. Oh, God, they were so young. Did I look that young? I couldn't believe how young they were. I was in the first bench when we went to the mass we had. When was it, last week?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Did you hear about that? We
Yes.
had the alumni mass.
Mhm.
Well, we were in the first row and back of the girls that were still going to Hallahan. They would have graduated this year. And walking out, I introduced myself to Father Gill, who I never knew. I said, "Father," he said, "What?" He said, "You know what? I heard that I was the only one left from the graduating class of 1940. He says, "Well, nobody ever told me that because when he had his sermon up on the pulpit, I thought he was going to say something like that. But he said to me, nobody told me."
Wow.
That
You
was
would have still had
sad.
a standing ovation today.
Yeah. I was in the first row. Oh, I would have stood up. Hey, here I am.
So what message do you have to girls that won't be able to graduate?
Oh, I feel so bad for them. Oh, I feel so bad for them. Oh, at least they went to Hallahan anyway. Oh my golly. Oh,
They won't get a
so
chance.
sad.
Yeah.
Can't believe it. Can't believe it. But that's the way things are in life.
Yeah.
Nothing's for sure.
No.
Mhm. Nothing's for sure.
Well,
Oh
Miss
dear
Rita,
Lord.
I want to thank you, and I want to thank your daughter for getting in contact with me because it really, truly was an honor and a pleasure to meet one of the
Oh,
oldest alumni
yeah.
of Hallahan. My mom was an alumnus. My wife was an alumnus.
What
And
year did they graduate?
I think my
Oh,
mom said she was in the
oh,
70s, and my wife graduated in
oh,
1992.
oh my God. She's a baby.
Or my mom was in or 60. I don't know. She might shoot me if she sees this. But I just want to take the time and then thank you for taking time out of your day and sharing your stories. And if there's anything else you would like to add, feel free. This is your time.
They were just the best years of my life. They were the best years of my life until I met my husband. That was a little different. They were great years. I loved my Hallahan. Loved it.
Now,
Absolutely loved it.
now was senior week around back when you guys graduated? What did you do after you graduated? Did you go down to Wildwood or?
Wildwood, are you kidding?
Where did you go? Did you have any celebrations?
We
for
went to Clementon Lake, New Jersey.
Okay.
Did you ever hear of that? Clementon?
But like as a
If
class?
is that where the park is, the amusement park, or?
Yeah, yeah. We used to go there.
But how about your class? Did they have like?
No,
like
we didn't
a-
have no class. No.
like
We didn't have
nobody did
no,
anything?
no, we didn't go, no, no.
Wow.
I was one of the poor girls. We didn't have any money, What are you gonna do, kiddo?
Well, you know, like I said, back then there was tough times like there is today, and
Yep.
you know, parents, you know, I
Yep.
guess worked as much as they could to try to
Mhm.
provide the best they could for their families.
Absolutely. Yeah, my sister and I both went to Hallahan. And my younger daughter, she went to commercial at St. Boniface. And my oldest brother, who was the oldest of all our children, he went to the CCC. Did you ever hear of that?
Nah,
You didn't?
nope.
Children's Conservation Corps. He was 17 years old when he went there. The CCC. They paid money, and that's how he made some money to give to my parents to help us live a little bit, you know. Because my father was a barber. He was lucky he had 2 haircuts in one day, you know. Oh, I remember those days better than I remember Hallahan. Well, it was my life. That's why.
Back then, you could sleep with your windows open and your doors
Yeah.
unlocked.
That's right. Never locked the door. Never locked the door. Never.
Your house is still there though, we drove by.
My house is still there on 2nd Street.
Mhm.
The best looking one in the block. The best looking one. Believe me. See this scar I got? It. Can you see a scar on my
Yeah,
forehead?
yeah.
Well, we used to have white marble steps, 2 houses right next to one another. And in the middle was this little steep. And I slid down there and I hit my forehead on there.
Oh,
That's
wow.
how come I got that scar. And my brother Joe, who I just talked about, he brought me and he carried me. It was on my first communion day. I had my first communion dress on, pure white. Oh, it was beautiful. He picked me up and brought me into my mother's house in the dining room. We had dining rooms then, you know. We had a leather couch that he laid me down. He says, "Oh, you'll be all right, Rita." I was crying. Oh, look at that. But that's just a story, you know.
Yeah.
I could tell you a lot. Yeah,
That's what this is all about. It's all about
yeah,
memories.
that's what it's all about. And you know, we used to have a heater down in the basement. We call it the cellar. We called it the cellar. Today it's the basement.
Yep.
We used to go down and rake. Did you ever hear that word? You have to rake the coals. We had a coal burning stove.
Yep. We had them in my house.
See that? And we used to put the ashes in a big bin, and we used to lift it up to the first floor. And my brothers used to be outside taking that and put it out on the curb
Mhm.
so the trash men could collect it.
And then the coal truck would come around and they'd put the
Oh.
chute in the basement. And I
Oh,
remember being a kid and watching all the coal shoot into the basement.
yeah. And do you remember? Oh, I guess you're too young. You don't remember what they used to call the rag man?
Nah.
See, we used to have an alley. Did you ever hear of an alley?
Yep.
On 2nd Street, all our homes were right next to one another. And there was a big alley along the back. And the man used to walk past that alley and holler, "The rag man, rag man." We used to give them rags that we didn't wear anymore, our clothes that were so old,
Wow.
our shoes. Yeah, I remember him, the rag man. Guess what? He turned out to be a lot of money. You
Well, Rita,
never know.
Again, I just want to thank you for your time. And when I get the opportunity, I'll upload this tonight. It shows up as a premiere, so you and your family can get some popcorn ready and some sodas and sit back and enjoy your videos here.
Yeah, oh, thank you very much. It's been fun.
It was fun and it was great interviewing you.
I love every minute of it. Every minute. Anything to do with Hallahan. Go Hallahan. Go, go, girl.
You take care and have a good night.
Thank you.
Alright.
Same to you.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Go north.